Hello, everyone. The topic of the week, a little bit of a preview, is information versus transformation. And I want to begin this week with this first video, audio, depending on where you're watching or listening to this. If you're watching and listening in the Facebook group, or it's on YouTube, or you're listening on the podcast, I want to start by basically talking about information, and gonna throw it out there that we believe here at the People Stack, we believe that consuming more information is the absolute wrong way to upgrade your career as a technical manager. If you want to command a premium salary, if you want to finally earn that promotion to manager, to senior manager, to director, to VP, if you want to finally land that awesome job that's going to move you up the career ladder in a wonderful way so that you can make more of an impact that you have and just feel so that you have been and just feel so awesome about it, consuming more information, learning more stuff is not the way to do it. It's just not. And I know that this may seem counterintuitive and it may slap some people in the face in terms of like what you have been doing. Like if you take a look at all of the efforts that you've done so far to try to upgrade your career, to try to get a promotion, to try to land another job, to try to make more of an impact as a leader. What have you done to try to do this? Chances are 80, 90 to 100% of what you've done has been information consumption. It's been reading articles online, maybe some great articles, right? There's some great articles out there on Harvard Business Review, on Medium. There's a ton of great people who are sharing wonderful insights about leadership and just making more of an impact in general, like really transforming our lives in general. There's some great articles out there. So that's probably one of the things that you've been doing. You may have been going to conferences. And don't get me wrong, there's some great conferences out there. And there's some great conferences that are specifically geared toward leadership, for sure. And then even more specifically toward technical leadership and being a better tech leader. So there was the Calibrate conference. There's a tier there for that one. The Calibrate conference is no longer going to be there, but live anyway. But all of the videos are online. So all of those wonderful videos from the Calibrate conference, which we went to, Rob and I went to 4 out of 5 of them. I think there were 5 total. If there were 6, we went to 5 out of 6. And so it's a great conference. You can look up the videos online for the Calibrate conference. There's the Lead Dev conference. There's the Business of Software conference. There's just a ton of wonderful conferences. So you go to conferences. But what do you do besides connect? Like that's an awesome reason to go to conference as well. But really what you're doing is you're consuming information. Another thing that a lot of you are doing to try to upgrade your career and reach that next level is get certifications and possibly earn more degrees, like an MBA. Or certifications, whether it's Scrum certifications or project management certifications. And what do you have to do in order to earn those certifications, in order to earn those extra letters after your name? You have to consume a ton of information and get tested on it. And so, depending on your situation, I'm not saying don't do those things, but if you just do those things, it's game over. Like you're not going to upgrade your career because those are those are the things that are just going to add more information to your already overloaded brain. Your brain's already overloaded. I know that. It's not because I have a crystal ball and because I can see into your brain. A lot of people tell me like, oh, Jen, you have a psych degree. Does that mean you can read my thoughts? Yeah. That's what I spent 5 years in grad school learning how to do, is to read other people's thoughts. Like, it's funny, right? Like, no. And plus, my PhD is in IO psychology, is in industrial organizational psychology. I'm not that kind. I'm not a clinical psychologist. But even then, like, I have friends who are clinical psychologists. They can't read your mind, right? You just get really, really skilled. As a coach, for example, I've taken some of those classes and gotten some of those certifications, right? Where you learn how to ask the best questions. But at the end of the day, I know that your brain is already overloaded. Filling it with more information is not the answer. Taking action. Inspired actions that are connected to your purpose, that are connected to your mission. If you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what your mission is, then that's step one. But taking inspired actions, taking intelligent actions that you know are going to work, or at least have a high degree of probability that are going to work. Inspired actions, intelligent actions, to help you actually reach that career goal, whatever it might be. Whether it's earning the promotion, getting a raise, getting assigned to more interesting projects instead of the ho-hum, this is boring kind of projects, or landing that new job if you're on the job market, and doing all of this without having to sacrifice your work-life balance. Directly related to that, like all of this stuff over here, the getting the degrees and going to the conferences, like that could be helpful. I'm not saying that information is not helpful, but if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a mission, if you don't have a clear path toward that goal, then the information is just going to keep kind of piling up, and you don't know where to put it. You don't have a framework. You don't have a system for putting that information into all of the right places and all of the best places so that you can then access it when you need it. Otherwise, it just becomes like a big blob of, I don't know, like of just stuff, right? Kind of like your room might start to look if you don't have a place for everything and if you don't put everything in its place, right? So there's a French concept that a lot of chefs use. It's called mise en place. I don't speak French, but that's the English pronunciation of that. It's called mise en place. I think it's MISEENPLACE. Everything in its place. A place for everything and everything in its place. We do this when we're cooking. The best chefs in the world do this, right? Get your mise en place, right? You put everything in its place to start with, and then you go, right? We do this when we're organizing our homes. When we're trying to organize our homes. Everything has a place. We have our little boxes for everything. We have our shelf for all of our games. Everything's in its place. You have the structure for it first, and then you put all this stuff in it. So trying to upgrade your career just by consuming more and more information and earning more letters after your name and going and just like filling that brain with the fire hose of all of that stuff without a structure, without a system for really finding the signal in the noise as well. Like what information do I want to keep versus what's like over here, I don't really need to keep it. And then when you find those signals, where do you put it, right? What structure do I have? So really, this is about taking action. That's what this is all about. Transformation. Change at the highest level possible is actually going to mean that you're going to need to take action, but you're not going to know what is inspired action, what is intelligent action, if you don't have the systems and the structures in place and a mission in place, a North Star to guide you, a why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to be a better leader? So a lot of people come to us and it's basically, I want to be a better leader. I want to upgrade my leadership skills. That's great. I love it. And a lot of leadership coaches, a lot of leadership consultants focus on, let's upgrade your leadership skills. And there's nothing wrong with that per se. But here's my question. Why do you want to upgrade your leadership skills? And that's really the important question. I have a friend who is a leadership consultant, and I was talking with him, and he was, he's sort of, I'm about maybe 3 to 4 years ahead of him in terms of like building a coaching business and building a thriving business. And, he was asking me some questions around, business strategy and things like that. And he was talking about his business from the perspective of like, okay, I'm teaching people leadership skills. I'm helping people communicate better. I'm helping people think strategically. I'm helping them do that at a higher level. I'm helping them to influence people. And look, we absolutely do that too. But like the aha moment for him as a leadership coach was when I asked him, why? Why are you helping people to upgrade those skills? If you asked your clients or your prospective clients, why do you want to communicate better at work? Why do you want to influence better at work? Why do you want to be able to build better relationships at work? Why do you want to be an awesome leader? The best leader possible. Why do you want to be an effective leader? Oh, wow. Right? That's the aha moment. So for some of you, I encourage you to ask yourself that question. And I guarantee it's going to be connected to your career. It's going to be connected to wanting to, in some way, up-level, upgrade, get to the next rung in your career. Because that's what we do. We keep moving forward. That's what we do as humans. We want to keep moving forward. We want to make more of an impact. And we want to get recognized for that impact that we're having through the form of promotions, raises, landing a job that's at a higher level, whatever that might be. So you can consume all of this information around how to be a better leader. That's great. But why? What's your structure? What's your why? What's your system for finding the signal and the noise so that you know what information is actually going to be relevant to you, most relevant to you, and then how you're going to categorize it. And then at the end of the day, why are we doing all this? So that we can take inspired, intelligent action. Because that's how you achieve transformation. You have to take actions that are going to stretch the boundaries of your comfort zone as well. That's also kind of beneath the lines, but read in between the lines of inspired, intelligent action, and you also get boundary stretching action. It's going to stretch the boundaries of your comfort zone. Because if you keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, what kind of results are you going to get? Same or different? You're going to get the same results if you keep doing the same things that you've been doing. So you're going to need to take different actions, but you're going to also want to make sure that they're intelligent, that there's actually a high probability that they're going to get you there. And the best way to do it is to work with an expert. That's why we're here, right? So if what I'm saying is resonating, and you're like, I want to get out of this information consumption spiral, negative death spiral of information consumption. It's just, I get it, but I really need some clarity about how to move forward because there's some challenges in my career. There's some interesting pieces to my career story, some interesting pieces and challenging pieces to how I'm not sure how to make that happen, right? That's, everybody has that, right? That's the thing, right? That's why we can't just give you like, here's how you do it, right? If I said, okay, here's how you do it, I'd be committing malpractice because everybody has a different context. Everybody has different challenges. So if you're at the place where you're like, I want to upgrade my career, I'm committed to doing that, to getting that raise, to getting that promotion, to landing that awesome job, to really making more of an impact as a technical leader, but you don't have that clarity on how to shift from information consumption to taking action to transform to transformation, shifting from information to transformation, then it's time to book a call with us. It's thepeoplestack.com/book. And what we're going to do on that call is we are going to talk about what's not working in your career right now. For everybody who's done a call with us, that's the very first question. It's the most important question. So if you want to prepare for the call, really just prepare for the answer to that question. And then we got you for the rest of the way. We're going to talk about what's not working in your career right now. We're also going to talk about what is working and where you want to go. If we're 100% confident that we can help you get there, we're going to map out that plan for you, step by step, custom tailored. And if it's a fit to work together, then we're going to talk about what that would look like. We're going to talk about all the details. If for any reason that it's not a fit, or you decide not to move forward, you're still going to have that plan, you're still going to have clarity, and we're going to steer you toward other resources so that you can disengage from consume information. You're still going to be consuming information. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh, okay, you mean I'm going to stop learning? That's not what I'm saying. You're still going to do that, but you're going to have a mission. You're going to have clarity. You're going to have a structure to do that now, so you can bind the signal and the noise and use all the information that you're getting to then decide, what action do I take? And what action has the highest probability of getting me to my goal, whatever that goal might be. So if this is what you want for your career, if you want this clarity, if you want this value so that you can then figure out what the next actions are in your career, book a call with us today, thepeoplestack.com/book. But the message of the day, folks, is do not focus on information consumption. That is the guaranteed route to career failure. Instead of focusing on information, focus on transformation. Focus on taking the inspired, intelligent actions that are going to help you walk the path toward your dream career. That is it for the day, folks. Take care. Talk to you again very, very soon.